It's kind of funny. Huda and I were looking at a video of Lily J responding to Sam Shamoon, and in that, even in the responses, when she's saying thank you to people that donated, she's using
Men.
ChatGPT.
Oh yeah,
Mostly
she was.
men. Yeah, it's mostly men donating, but also she's using ChatGPT even in the comments. She's writing the comments with chat. And there's a dead giveaway for when someone's using ChatGPT. I mean, other than the tone, but Huda, you notice the trick. What's the trick?
It's that symbol. What's that symbol called again?
M dash.
M dash.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a longer dash.
M dash galore. That's how you know.
Because no one types that extra long dash, right? It's not even on the keyboard.
Yeah.
But if you see it, you can tell like that's a giveaway. I mean, also like it's like, you know, kind of like the Salman. Now, every time I hear see someone write ChatGPT, I hear Salman's voice from Beyond Veils, because he's like, it's not this. It's academic free. It's not academic freedom. It's intellectual arrogance. There's like a pattern it uses over and over again, and I hear ChatGPT in Salman's voice now.
ChatGPT also does this thing where it presents like opposites very frequently, and uses like contrast in a sentence very, very typically, very stereotypically. There are many such signs based on which you can tell that it is AI. Or you can just take the text and you can put it into ChatGPT and say, is this most likely AI? And it will mostly tell you that it probably is. So
interesting. I should see if I'm an AI myself.
And there's you guys already mentioned it with her and you mentioned the what, blonde Muslim?
Yeah,
okay.
Candace.
Okay, yeah. That they're having this ongoing problem where someone steps forward and says, "Hey, I'm here to defend Islam," and they all love her, but they expect her to be under their control pretty instantly. And their method for doing this is always the same. They just harass the person into compliance with all the rules and so on. But they kind of don't understand that if you're a grifter, do you really want to live Islamically? Do you really want to do all this stuff? No, you want the attention, you want the fame, you want the money, you want the clicks, you want the subscribers, you want all that stuff without having to actually do anything, but you're grifting. And they keep ending up not just with women, they're ending up with this situation with everyone. So Andrew Tate converts to Islam. Yay, our new hero. He's the one who's going to save us from the avalanche. And me and AP, right when it's going on, are going, do you think you're going to be able to control this guy? Do you think you're going to be able to tell this guy what to do? Are you serious? And it doesn't work. Same thing with Sneeko, and same thing with Lily J and the others. It's, hey, we're converting to Islam. It's obviously for attention. And they think they can harass the person into living Islamically, or at least doing all the haram stuff off camera.
Oh, before you start that video, there's another guy as well, the white Muslim guy that's doing the same pattern. In fact, it looks like he's copying Lily J.
Totally copying. Yeah, he saw it. Inspiring Philosophy sent me one of those and we went through it. He did the exact same thing. ChatGPT, what's a great religion? Islam is.
Yeah. The face, yeah.
Yeah.
There's something very, very interesting here. We talked about this very briefly before we started the live stream here, but Lily J, there's something very questionable about her because of her Instagram account. When you go back to it, so after a certain point in time, she starts only posting content that is just geared toward Muslims, and just like, ChatGPT, is the Quran the best book in the world? It is. Oh my gosh! And then she only does that. But before she does,
hold up. Did she spell atheist wrong?
Yep.
But before she does that. So there is a point where she starts doing that, and you can see the point actually somewhere here. Yeah, somewhere here. Here, this is the point where she starts switching. Here, Bible versus Quran.
What's the date? Click on that one. What's the date on that?
What is the date on this? August 15, 2024.
Oh, about a year ago.
Last year. That's when.
Before
second half of last year is the first time I started hearing about her. David, can you respond to Lily J?
Before that, you can just she is simply a regular white girl who is living her life, as you can see. However, there is something that gets a little bit weird. So you can see her here showing off, posing with her stuff. But there is something a little bit strange, like here, for example. Here you have an instance where she is visiting Muslim countries and putting on hijab. But then you go further, you could say, okay, maybe that's just one instance. Then you go further and you have these cases. You have her being put in a proper hijab here. This is not just a random thing that you put on your head to go into a mosque because it is required. This is proper hijab. Like this is not just something a tourist wears. This is proper hijab, actual proper hijab, and this is from 2019, where she's in Turkey at a mosque. Then you have her hanging out with others, once again in proper hijab. Then you go back, and this here gets really, really weird. 2018, August, she is in Mecca. She is at the Kaaba with a hijab. How is she at the Kaaba in Mecca in 2018 when she only just converted to Islam?
Yeah, that's what Huda was telling me. And I was like, what if she just didn't publicly do the Shahada until recently?
No, I have a completely different theory here, because I read an article about this a while back. But it was, now she's not the OnlyFans crowd as far as I know, and so on. But it was how all these wealthy Arab guys are paying OnlyFans models to come, and they do the the temporary marriage or the misyar marriage or the mutta marriage and stuff like that. And that these guys are just these ladies are making piles and piles of money by coming and being the little girl toys of wealthy Arabs and so on. So would not surprise me at all. I don't know, but it would fit everything that we've seen so far, that she's being invited out to places to be with these guys. And at first it's just, I saw you on YouTube, so pretty, come be with me. Okay. That sort of thing. But over time, if you're a grifter, that's what you do. You try something. If it doesn't work, you drop it and try something else. And if that works, then okay, you keep modifying and stuff, and whatever's going to work. And so if this is like 2018, 2019 and stuff, she's learning all this stuff by hanging out with these Arab guys and heading to the Kaaba, then two possibilities there. Either they're telling her the entire time, if you convert to Islam, you could be, we would treat you like a queen, like a princess. The whole community would love you. That sort of thing. In other words, you'll be treated like a princess, which is what you want. Or just, I've seen these guys. I've seen the entire ummah when I'm walking around just fawn all over me because I'm white Western girl. You know what? Maybe this is actually a better grift than my music career.
Shout out to J and DOC who sent all their people over here. The thing is, some people say, I'm not sure where this information actually comes from. I would like to see more on this, but some people actually say that that she was actually Muslim the entire time. Because here's the thing: as much as it makes sense that they would invite an influencer or something like that to the Kaaba, I don't think that even Saudi Arabia would allow a random non-Muslim influencer to actually enter this place, because it would be publicly known, and they're completely not supposed to do that, and would be
all you have to do though is sign that little paper. So
yeah, I was gonna say.
you come with me. You're my mutter wife for this week. So you sign paper saying you.
I think that she might be in a relationship, or she might be married to a Muslim guy, or she might have temporarily converted to Islam or something like that. But she definitely has an Islamic past. So when she came around only a year ago and started acting like she's a Christian who's interested in Islam, and she just has questions and is now just finding out that Christianity doesn't make sense and Islam totally makes sense, and guys, if I get so many likes, I will say the Shahada, and so on. She was just lying. This was just a bit, which she was probably put up to, and she probably got this idea from him as well. So, let's see. Her husband is a Turkish Muslim AP. Okay, where do you get this information from? Where can I actually confirm this?
That might explain like her travels to Turkey, Because she even traveled there for hair extensions, believe it or not. I found a video about that. So
and why in the world are some people in the chat saying that AP say he's actually not Orthodox now? What's happening? I saw some people earlier saying, wait, you're not Orthodox? What's happening here? I didn't say anything about this at all.
Yeah, but Jay Dyer said you're a Muslim in his.
And in fact, I also mentioned yesterday that I'm about to get baptized. So I'm still a catechumen in the Orthodox Church, so not sure why this is being brought up.
Yeah,
however,
so, underlying point there being, I heard some stuff. Yeah, you can hear all kinds of stuff. If you don't hear it from AP, then have some skepticism about what is going on in his life.
Yeah, very, 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 very weird. Very weird.
Unless you hear it from me.
Yes.
And yes, he is a secret Muslim.
But the funny thing is also that while she was going to the Kaaba like this, she was also looking like this. and like this, with her, with her breasts on display and all that, with her bikini on, with everything on display. And even before that, she even had something wilder going on. And now I don't encourage people to actually explore this path. But here's a music video by Lilly J, and I don't want to play the music just because I don't want this to be copyrighted. But it's a very, very seductive, sultry, erotic song and music video, which is just about how she's the top and she's gonna seduce you. And
hey, if she was smart, she'd come out with a new song after the Dawa Grift starts dying down and call it "I Pimped the Whole Ummah." You do that song, yo, Lilly J, and I pimped the whole Ummah.
As you can see,
this kind of reminds me of Little Lay Black and how she gets a lot of shame and she's constantly attacked by Muslims for her
look at this
pornography.
This is a Muslim girl.
I wonder if she's getting. Oh, that's not her. That's her friend.
That's not her, man.
I know. No, I'm talking about the music video. So,
what was the date on this?
2017, November.
Okay. So you see the proof. She went to Umrah and she's forgiven now all of her past sins.
And this is still on her channel.
Yeah, here's the thing. All this stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. All this stuff is still on her channel. This is, it's like, I mean, imagine someone doing porn, having a porn channel, and then, I converted to this, but you leave all your porn up for the rest of your life. It's like, wait, are you really taking your new life seriously if you leave that up? And so this isn't exactly porn, but this is still on her channel. And all these guys who are, I like your powerful dawah, are coming and whacking off to this.
Yeah, it's pretty close to one.
look at her zabuba. This proves that she's a devout Muslim.
So this is the song is all about sex, basically, and and all that. So it's very wild, and you still find this on her channel. And there comes like, sister, please take this down. Please take this down, please.
When you convert,
say you're Islam, and then you're touching on women, girl.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm not taking anything down. I'm getting money off all you guys, Muslim guys, whacking off to this stuff.
When you convert too, like when you convert, you're supposed to, wipe all of this stuff out. And it's clear like she has no shame and she doesn't take Islam seriously by any means.
She don't care. And we just looked at her Instagram account. So this is who Lilly J is. Now, I'm not here to shame anybody for any of this kind of stuff, but here's the thing. It's just a very glaring example of her being completely dishonest, not being real at all, being totally fake, coming out, just picking up a grift. Her music career didn't work. The music video got most of the attention after she went famous because of her Islam stuff. And it also sounds terrible, to be honest. So I listened to it once, and I don't ever want to do it again, or otherwise, I might, I don't know, hurt my ears or something. But
I told you, grifters they'll try something, doesn't work, switch to a new grift until you find a community that you can just milk for whatever it is you're looking for.
Yeah. AP doing this on purpose. Yes, I was indeed doing it on purpose. I did on purpose. I actually did show her her sexual music video on purpose. I did indeed.
Oh, how dare you!
And I hope you understand exactly why I'm doing that.
Do you think like she was doing some other glyph before this, or do you think this is just like a new thing? Because like when I see someone doing music videos and traveling, and to me that seems like a wholesome life. She's doing stuff. I don't know how well she was doing with all of the modeling and the music, but like I see a change when she became Muslim. Now she's lying for the sake of, you know, convincing people. So I don't know if she a glyph like Bobby. Now, Bobby is a good example of like traveling salesman that just goes from grift to grift to grift. Before he was doing the Islamic thing, he was doing this like carnivore, anti-vegan thing, and then he shifted to the Islamic thing. And so like this guy, you know, you see that like that trend, right? For her, it feels like she went from like a good, again, sometimes social media can be misleading, but it looks like she had a good, wholesome life. And then she's now like, Islam.
Well, she's probably rich now.
Yeah, that too.
So
I think that, you know, given her previous like Instagram posts and stuff with that guy, it probably started off with she met this guy, and then this kind of has been building over the years, and then all of a sudden she's like, she's like, everybody's, you know, making money off of this, being the trophy white convert. So then she hopped on that train, and now this is where she is. So she kind of had it like in her back pocket this whole time, the Islam thing.
And this is everyone watching, if you're some blonde Western chick, either European, preferably Northern European, you know, Scandinavian, or, you know, American or Canadian, and you want to make piles and piles of money, just jump on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, and I found all this powerful, convincing evidence for Islam, and
I'm just checking her stats.
you're set for life.
Over the last 30 days, she had 8 million views, it says. So 8 million views would make her tons of money. So of course she would rather jump into this rather than do her music videos, which clearly didn't work. She did think she could just do the whole sex sells thing, but then she probably figured out that if you are a good-looking woman, you can just talk about Islam, and that is even better than that is even better sex that sells.
Yeah, it's basically
that's what Muslim men are looking for. So
yeah, it's basically this, AP. If she's doing, hey, look at me, I'm pretty in a music video and stuff. Well, guess what? She's competing with tens of thousands of other people right there.
Yep.
There are already tens of thousands of people who are far more talented and so on than her, putting out far better music, far better videos and so on than her. If you transfer to the Dawa community, now you have much less competition, and so you're big fish in a small pond now, smaller pond.
Yeah, and Mufti Menk actually mentioned her in mosque as he was preaching. So imagine this: Mufti Menk, one of the most popular Muslim scholars and preachers of our time, who is this traditionalist dude, actually watches this woman's video and talks about it in mosque. It's just so wild.